Hello everyone, GenmaTheSamurai here. So I'm here actually just to give you guys an update on everything that's been going on with me because I realize I haven't made a video like this in quite a while. In general, I've just been busy with a lot of things. For those of you who don't know, back in like November, I actually got a job. And I've actually been really busy with that. And also, if you've been following me on Twitter, you guys might also know that I've been working on a game this entire time on RPG Maker. And so in between those two and doing streams, I haven't really been able to do much content over here on YouTube. And to a degree, I've just started doing things on here a little bit more casually. I feel like I kind of wanted to make this video just to try and I don't know, getting in touch with a lot of you guys over here that aren't very, how do I put it, may not understand exactly why the channel is the way it is right now, or why I'm uploading only Fire Emblem, or quite possibly, you know, maybe like, hey, where's the Let's Plays, is what I followed for, and all that stuff. And I realize this is all kind of stuff that, like, I should probably only care about, you know, myself and all of that, and, like, just not bother with other people's expectations. But I do feel like it's a little bit warranted to address a lot of this. And a lot of this stuff I've addressed before on the channel multiple times. But as far as YouTube's concerned, I don't think I'm really in it anymore. And there's a large reason for that, mostly just because there's a lot of other stuff I want to accomplish that are just completely independent of YouTube. I want to get into game development. As you guys know, like I said, I'm making an RPG Maker game, and that is me taking steps towards that. But outside of that, I also just needed something to focus on that would actually get me a real income, which is why I am working. And as for streams, that is my attempt to get gaming content for all of the community I have built up for gaming in general over the last like few years. And on top of that, also there are some games that I feel really bad that I kind of leave them hanging, or that I've left them hanging in a lot of ways, and I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a situation that's kind of hard to really rectify. There are a lot of people that have followed me that are kind of starting to go their own way, or have already gone their own way. I know there's some commenters I haven't seen in forever. And there's also some other cases where, like, I'll just randomly see a dislike or whatever, which that just happens. It's YouTube. That said, at points it does make me wonder, you know, if it's a fan that might be dissatisfied with the way I'm currently taking the channel, at which point I don't really have a compromise for you. I honestly wish I had the time. Like, if I had the ability to just clone myself and just be like, you do YouTube, you do game development, you get to do comics. Like, if I could do all of that stuff, that's fine. But I am one guy, and I gotta do what I gotta do to be able to get by. I know that's gonna sound bad, because I know a lot of you guys really like my content, and maybe you guys even miss it. And I understand that feeling. I mean, I used to have that with certain channels and stuff back in the day, but as far as this channel's concerned, though, I mean, like, it's difficult. I talked about this multiple times in passing, and this is probably the most, like, real talk I'm gonna give about this, is that Let's Plays as a whole, and I know a lot of you guys probably do still really enjoy them, but Let's Plays as a whole have been really dying. And for those of you who actually may have followed me from my reviews, you guys may be curious why I stopped doing my mono reviews. And that's for a completely unrelated reason, but I'm going to stick with the Let's Play thing for now. Let's Plays in general are just not as viable as streaming. Just period. Now, there are a few cases. I think there is a benefit from the viewer's perspective. When it comes to a Let's Play and it's released gradually over a period of time, certain games are great for that, because in those situations you can consume them in bite-sized chunks, you know, kind of like an episode. You know, you wouldn't see a TV channel just dump like a million episodes of a certain show all at once. A lot of the time, you know, with a Let's Play, you'd see a small bite-sized chunk and then you're good for the day. As for stream VODs, though, when I'm uploading that, yeah, it's like multiple hours long. But I kind of upload it with the expectation that if you guys do have interest in that series, you guys will be able to just kind of watch at your own pace gradually over the course of the week, as it were. Because I try not to do a million streams a week for that very reason. But at the same time, it's also kind of hard to juggle. There are some games that I don't really want to be playing for, like, years, which is really hilarious considering Fire Emblem right now, but that's a whole other can of worms. Honestly, with a lot of my playthroughs, I try and have them be kind of holistic and complete, like, oh, you know, I have every single facet of the game kind of covered and just kind of talked about so that, you know, I feel satisfied with the playthrough and then I can kind of move on. In most cases. You guys know the exact playthrough that I have strung on for a very long time and then I just kind of stopped. And that's for a whole bunch of reasons, but one thing I've found, Let's playing RPGs is extremely daunting. If you guys remember from Shining Force 3, attempting to Let's Play 3 40-hour games in a row was overwhelming for everyone involved. I had to get like a video out like a day for a while, and even then it still took like a year to get like all of that done. To a degree. I think I ended up having to slow it down because I was getting like burnout because I just had to do all of that editing. You have to remember, for a Let's Play part, even if it's just like crud. For a Let's Play part, like let's say the Let's Play part is like an hour or so and there's parts that I have to cut out. If it's like an hour and a half long piece of footage, then it takes me about an hour and a half to watch it and just find every little piece of thing that's in there, unless I want to be lazy and just kind of throw it together, which half the time I end up like missing something, like, oh, I gotta go take a piss or something, you know, and then next thing I know I forget to cut out me saying that and then all this other stuff, so then next thing you know it's just like this awkward thing. Like there was a whole moment like that in one of my Shining Force 3 parts because there was just so many parts. There were just some of them that I was just like, it's good. And I don't think you guys deserve that kind of content. Or I should say, like, I don't think, like, having that kind of lazy editing is a good thing. And in general, it's just kind of a bit much in that sense. When I was Let's playing Mega Man Zero, and I think I kind of enjoyed that one because that one was a bit of a shorter playthrough. So actually stuff like that I think you may see every once in a while. But as for Let's Plays, it's gonna be streams. In fact, I'm currently making plans, once Fire Emblem is eventually finished, to do Tales of the Abyss. I may do Trials of Mana first, but I'm leaning towards Tales of the Abyss. And I don't think I'm really going to add anything to that streaming queue for quite a while. I've even contemplated, there's been some games I've just decided to just kind of play casually, and I think I've gone to stream them on a couple occasions. When it's RPGs, people care about spoilers a lot. And so something that I take into consideration, like, is this a game that I kind of just want to stream casually, you know? Like, if it's Xenoblade, I guess there's a lot of running around, but then if some people... for me, for example, if I was interested in a game, I probably wouldn't want to know what characters I would eventually have in my party, because depending on the situation. So I probably wouldn't actually watch stuff if it's a game that I'm actually interested in. So this is kind of like a weird balancing act, you know? But anyway, going back to that, no, I do want to bring back Tales of the Abyss as a stream series, which I know that won't be the same. I understand that. I know that there's a lot of things that suck about that. Most notably, again, that Tales of the Abyss is, like, super anticipated by a lot of you guys, and I know a lot of you guys are happy that I brought it back when I did. And I feel kind of bad because I know my friend Snivy really enjoyed playing it alongside me, and he wishes he would be able to do it, but we're long distance, so I don't think it's going to really happen that way. I really liked Tales of the Abyss to a degree, but yeah, editing it is just... I don't think I can Let's Play RPGs anymore, for sure. It's too much work, and they take too long. I don't like feeling like tied down, like my responsibilities tied down to like one single project for like a super long period of time whenever it comes to that sort of thing. With game development, it's different because that's just how it is. But yeah, no, when it comes to RPGs, I don't want to Let's Play them. It's too much of a commitment. And I don't know if that's gonna annoy any of you guys, but that is legitimately how I feel. Going back to the reviews though, because I realize that's like a whole other category of people watching my channel that they probably came to it for that. And I want to say that, like, with the mana reviews, what really sucks with my channel, and this is something that has bothered me a little bit, is that I have had everything working against me from very early on. To begin with, you know, I was a smaller channel, and a lot of my games that I played were definitely on the more niche side of things. But as it went along, I started having to deal with, like, oh, hey, YouTube suddenly in like 2018, in the middle of my like crazy move, was like, hey, we're changing the requirements for monetization, like right after I had gotten myself separated from the Freedom Network that I was attached to. All of a sudden they were like, yeah, no, you guys actually need 1,000 subs. And like I had like 500 something subs, I think, at the time. And ever since then, my channel's been growing. It's certainly been growing, but like very, very slowly. Even during that whole Shining Force 3 thing, like it blew up a little bit from that. But then once that was finished, it just kind of like, it's still been slow. Like, I want to say this, that like I've been getting like maybe like 150 subs a year, which that may sound a lot, but like when I'm going 500 to like 1,000, I'm earning literally nothing from these videos. And for some of you guys, you're like, well, you should enjoy what you're doing, and you should all that stuff, and like that's true to a degree, but I'm still spending a lot of time into it. And this ties into the review thing. I made those reviews for free, 100%, and they were a lot of work. Some of them took like a month of planning and writing and just getting certain things filmed. Some of it is like maybe me with my noobish experience and not understanding how to like edit it and put it together. But in regards to all of that, it was really difficult to make them. And I'm very proud of them. I really am. They're really good. It's not to say that I'm not proud. I am 100% proud. I love my Sword of Mana review. I love my Legend of Mana review. The first Mana review, I feel like less so, but that's just because I was a little bit more vague with each of those games, and I think it was really good in Sword of Mana that I got to tackle in more detail some aspects of Final Fantasy Adventure. But it doesn't change the fact that during those 3 reviews, those were really good, and they all got pretty good attention compared to the rest of my videos. But even still, it was a lot of work. I got burnout, and I was not really earning anything from it. So then I took a shift. I needed to earn money other ways. So then I started doing art commissions, and that ended up working out a little bit. But then I was trying to do streams too. Streams also wasn't really much better. Even though I have earned something from it, it took like a year and a half for me to actually even get that money. And so all around, my online content creation in regards to all of this has not been fun. It's purely been, I mean, it's been fun, but it's been like purely out of just me creating because it's what I do. But I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a whole lot of me at a crossroads trying to figure out what I want to do with all of this stuff, because you know, there's what I've been doing for a while, and it's what a lot of you guys followed me for. And I know for a fact, I have friends who have told me that they're very supportive of me no matter what I do. But there is definitely still a part of me that feels, very realistically speaking, that like the more like fringe level friends, you know, like the ones that are you know, they're kind of on the newer side and they like me for my content, are gonna lose interest once that content's gone. I know that is definitely a fact, and it is a factor that does affect me doing what I do. But at the same time, I mean, it's also like I need to also focus on, you know, friends I know are gonna stick around. And I know, again, that's gonna sound like probably really bad. I feel really weird saying and admitting that, but it is a legitimate worry that I've had before, and I don't know how to really rectify that. But I do know this, that I have enjoyed doing YouTube all of these years, and this is not me quitting. I had a video I was going to make actually a few months ago of me quitting, but an editor that I won't say the name of that I was trying to get to help me with the project, they've been insanely busy and dealing with a bunch of life issues, and so they haven't really been able to help get the video done at all. And so because of that, it actually has given me time to kind of think back on all of this and kind of change my mind slightly. Again, I don't mind doing, like, in terms of Let's Plays, I actually would like to do more, like, stuff like Mega Man ZX. Like, I'm thinking of maybe bringing back ZX Advent. I think that would be a lot of fun. And as far as, like, streams, I mean, I enjoy doing them, but I think I can only really afford to do, like, one a week. And given how long Fire Emblem is just gonna be that game for a while, and I'm posting it over here on YouTube so that you guys have some form of content, because I just don't have the time to make Let's Plays. I don't have time to make reviews really either. If I do make a review, I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, it's probably gonna take me like 3 months to get done. With everything else I'm juggling, it would probably take like 3 months, maybe even longer. I don't know. I was planning a Golden Sun video this year, but given recent events, I feel kind of like burned out on the idea. I don't know what other kind of content I would want to make this year, so I don't really know. As far as scripted content, I'm not really sure. And again, I'm sorry if this video is rambly, but it's just kind of me just giving my thoughts on everything. In general, I don't know. I feel like, as far as the channel's concerned, I'm just kind of figuring out what I want to do with it and just kind of making what I want to make when I want to make it. For right now, it's just VODs. And I realize that may annoy a lot of you guys. And again, my biggest piece of advice, if you guys do want to watch the VODs, you guys can watch them in chunks. You don't have to watch them all at once. I realize they're several hours. And if you're not interested in Fire Emblem at all, you can wait it out. It might take a while, but you can wait it out. Like, but I know you're wanting me content, but like, I legitimately just have my hands full, like, full stop. And I can't like consistently make content like this anymore. It's not my thing. And it's just very draining. And I hope you guys all understand that. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I don't know what really to have you guys take away from this. This is just an old school update video, just me speaking my thoughts raw, no real major editing, maybe just some music just thrown on in the background, and that's probably it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll do more of these in the future. I have no idea. Again, if you guys want to keep up with the game, you can follow me on my Twitter. It is GenmaTheSamurai. I don't know if I'll put that in the description or not, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. Thank you guys for following the channel. And I mean, I know it's really funny with me saying all of this, but if you guys do want to help support me, you know, maybe tell your friends about the reviews and everything, and maybe see if we can get this channel up to 1,000. I know we're getting close to it. So I don't know, maybe if I started actually getting ad revenue on this again, maybe I'd feel more motivated. And I know, like, again, I should just be happy to be here for the creative process, but like, I feel the time investment needs to be worth it. Because it's a lot of work. You guys have no idea. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this. I'll see you later. Have a nice day and take care. Bye.